the same thing. Over and over. We fed up on the thing. Over and over. Change the government. Change the government. We fed up. We fed up by the same thing. Only games they play. We fed up by the line. We fed up by the teeth. We fed up.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Real Talk. I'm your host, Saieed Ali, spiritual consultant and real estate businessman. Now remember, for those of you that are having spiritual problem, you can feel free to contact me. Those of you who need counseling, you can also contact me at 339-1670. Remember, for those of you who have properties to sell or looking for property to buy, you can also contact me. Now, I want to say a special good night to viewers of Trinidad and Tobago, of the Caribbean and around the globe. Welcome to Real Talk. Those of you on Facebook, Real Talk with Saieed Ali, like and share our page. Those of you on YouTube, TT Real Talk, hit the bell, and you will know when we go live. I want to say a special good night to you viewers. It's been a hectic day in Trinidad and Tobago. Crime, protests, people looking for work, some getting laid off. But as we continue tonight, dear viewers, tell your friends and your family, Real Talk is going live from Real Talk Studios. Call your friends, send them a message, tell them, hey, tune into Synergy TV, Real Talk starts. So we are going straight to our program tonight, viewers. A protest was held today outside of government rented building, Alexander 1. Scores of protesters told my cameraman that they were fed up of how the government is running Trinidad and Tobago. There was a heavy police presence outside of Alexander 1 while protest was going on. Now, viewers, we understand that the TTPS was not aware of the protest, and the protesters were blocking and disrupting the flow of traffic along Tragrit Road in Port of Spain. My cameraman, Chris Garcia, and director David Welch was there today. All video footage belongs to Real Talk. Take a look, exclusive video footage.
Well, we've gathered outside since 9 a.m. this morning. It's quite clear we are fed up. It's not about sending messages. It is to make it clear that we have an administration that is hell-bent on giving to those who have more and to give less to those who are most vulnerable in our society, nothing so they can suffer. We wake up this morning to hear the central bank governor making it quite clear that 600 million plus is going to be needed to facilitate Venezuelan migrants, when this administration, led by Dr. Rowley and his team of misfits, are yet to make a clear policy on what their stance are on this Venezuelan humanitarian crisis. Bottom line, you have told us we know of the government, tighten our belt, but now it's compounded with the fact that we have to facilitate foreigners in our country, not knowing where our government stand. We are making it clear to Johnny Sukaran / Faris Alwari, the Attorney General, your bread is buttered on both sides. You have emasculated the men in this country who cannot provide for their family, shelter, the basic needs, food on the table. And now today we have tightened it so much that we can't even breathe. We want to exhale. And the only how we can do that is when you call the elections now. No. Well, our issue, to be honest with you, is no longer with Dr. Rowley. You know. We don't have time to engage with a monumental narcissist. We are going to deal with the people around him, the weak pillars, and the weakest link, and the biggest political liability to Dr. Rowley's administration is Johnny Sukaran, a.k.a. Faris Alwari. Yes! From children who he wouldn't claim with guns in their hand, to what took place in the Privy Council, and now with the fact that we are hearing lies upon lies. A building that was guaranteed to be rented before it was even built. And we cannot be guaranteed to have food on our table, clothes on our back, and a shelter over our head. Today, we make sure we guarantee that the elections will be called. Not next week, not next year, but now. We intend to roll out our new executive after this weekend. We will be meeting with Watson Duke, of course with JTAM and all opposition forces to come on board. We already have PEP and other people who are joining us. It's going to be a long, hot summer.
Now, viewers, that video clip there was protesters protesting, they are fed up with the government and how they are handling the affairs of the country. Feel free to call in and voice your concern and your comment. 237-3135. Our phone lines are open. Let me hear what you have to say. Now, some of you would like how the government is running the country, and some of you would not like how the government is running the country. My job is to update you with events that are happening in Trinidad and Tobago. They are protesting because lack of jobs, lack of security, border patrols, food price escalating, can't get payments, all these sorts of things they are protesting and complaining about. And they want their voice to be heard. They want members of Trinidad and Tobago. They want the public. They want the army. They want the police. They want the doctors. They want the lawyers. They want the citizens. They want the ministers to understand that we cannot take it anymore. Viewers, take a look at this video clip. Caller, good night.
Good night, Mr. Saeed.
Go right ahead.
Mr. Saeed, first I want to thank you for highlighting this protest for us. It was not true that we were blocking the road. We were never in the road.
Okay.
You understand? We were on the pavement. The only time you'll see that gathering there is when they will have interview. But other than that, we were in a mannerly fashion on the road. They brought out the mounted branch police on horseback. They brought out the riot squad. For what? What were we doing? And kept threatening us that they're going to lock us up. Yes, but it was a peaceful protest. Everybody there, we are fed up of what is going on in this country. And to compound it, what we are hearing, how much money is going to be spent to keep these Venezuelans when all you took away the grant from the children with cerebral palsy. You hear?
Yes.
They're taking from the citizens of this country. But you can give an outsider. Charity begins at home, Mr. Saeed.
True, true.
You cannot want to treat strangers better than you treat your own. We are paying taxes here, right? And it is not fair. But before I go, Mr. Saeed, just let me tell you this. When there was a live sport with the children, with the young men and them, Faris objected. The young boys and them getting a meal worth $45. And today, we can pay him $23 million for buildings. Is that fair, Mr. Saeed?
I understand
no,
what
it's
you're
not.
saying.
That is why we are not going to stop protesting. Thanks a lot and have a good evening.
Thank you, my dear. Now remember, viewers, phone lines are open. 237-3135. Let me hear what you have to say. This is our country. This is Trinidad and Tobago. And the reason why they are out there is because they do not like what is taking place. Like I said, my job is to highlight the events that are happening in Trinidad and Tobago so you will be updated on what is taking place. Do you have another video, guys? Caller, good night.
I just calling to have a word or two.
Go right ahead. You're live on Real Talk.
Hello? Hello?
Yes, go right ahead, sir.
Hi. A pleasant good night to one and all. This country of...
Hello? Hello? Guess we lost that. Run the next video clip, guys.
No vision for the people of the citizens of this country. They are waste of time. They are incompetent. They are lame. They are disgusting. They are disgraceful. They are hopeless. The PNM have to go.
They all are wicked. They must go. They're sucking the country dry and we get nothing. They all are thieves and we must go.
of Trinidad and to stand up and fight for our rights.
They have a government in place that the people and them put to control the affairs, and the funds are the people of the nation. And now this man letting you know that you have to wean off the government. He letting you know that the people of Trinidad and Tobago are stupid, right? And all these things is before the eyes of the people, and all you're telling me still Trinidad and Tobago, all you're not realizing what's going on. Because we have the majority of the people with their heads stuck in the dirt, and they're ignoring the fact that these PNM blights are mashing up this nation. I mean, it's over 56 years.
And they've been doing it from ever since.
And they've been doing this thing from ever since, so it's nothing new. So how long again, what future does the children have?
We're calling out on the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago. Rowley, you expose yourself to us. You said what you did to we former leader of the PNM. You say we do and we ain't do. Everything is recorded, so it's not like we stupid. We're not stupid. Just as you say, the people of Trinidad and Tobago stupid, we're not stupid. And in but you're laughing at we, you raise the oil gases and nobody protests yet. This may be looking small, but one day the people of Trinidad and Tobago will wake up and realize you guys not doing what you're supposed to do.
Now viewers, that is the concern of individuals in Trinidad and Tobago. Caller, good night.
Hi, good night, Saeed.
Yes, go right ahead, my dear.
Wonderful program as always.
Thank you.
This is a start, people actually getting up and doing something and voicing their opinion. And I hope that people look at this and say, and join with this, because this is something that could start. And if we continue with this and put pressure on this waste of time government, we could get elections and get rid of them for once for all. Thank you, Saeed.
Thank you, my dear. Viewers, we are going for a short commercial break, but stay locked on. This is Real Talk.
Get your ad on the show that matters. Real Talk with Saieed Ali. It's engaging, entertaining, and straight to the point. Real Talk brings the issues of the day to the people. It's Real Talk with Saieed Ali. It's local, regional, and international. It's Real Talk with Saieed Ali. Get your ad now. Call 1-868-237-3135 or 1-868-339-1670.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Real Talk. I'm your host, Saieed Ali. Consultant and real estate businessman.
Can't watch Real Talk on TV? Have no fear. You can also watch Real Talk on the go live on YouTube and Facebook at Real Talk with Saieed Ali on YouTube.com and TT Real Talk on Facebook.com. Don't forget to like us and share us on Facebook and subscribe to our YouTube channel and click the notification bell.
For 4 years now, everything is blame Kamla, blame Kamla, blame Kamla. They do nothing. Up to now we cannot see what they do for the 4 years. And they have spent a lot of money compared to Kamla region.
Okay, what would you like to see from the present government, from the present administration?
Well, I don't think we could say anything in 1 year now, because they promised a lot of things in 5 years. 4 years have gone, and another year, in 1 year time, what we expect? Nothing. Call election now, because they never had a plan, they don't have a plan, and they will never have a plan.
Now viewers, how can we get things done in Trinidad? How can we? When we wanted government changed, we got up and we went to vote. In Trinidad, we understand now that the only way we could get things done and things change is if we actually get up and start protesting for a change, demand a change. Caller, good night.
Hi, good night, Mr. Ali.
Go right ahead, my dear.
Each time somebody do something in this country, and I glad that these protests, what they start to do there, we really need a change in government. According that we could have money, $600 and something million to help people, and the children who is suffering, the children who have, you know, the child disability children, you take away the money and then want to say that you are thinking about the people. Mr. Said, it's time they go. I agree with the caller there, the woman who called and said they should do something. Well, it's thank God, Mr. Said, you bring it up. The people can see the protesters and see that it's time that we do something to get rid of this government. Thank you. You have a blessed night.
Thank you, my dear. Now, I want you to understand something, viewers. There are times that I highlight the government very, very hard hitting with facts. And there are times I would congratulate them. But Real Talk is a show, is about a platform for the people to call in and voice their concern and their opinion, what they want change, things that they are fed up with, the situation with the roads and the water, and the economic downturn, things like that. This is what Real Talk is about. Caller, good night.
Good night, Mr. Said. How are you going?
All right.
Said, when Rowley had his big march, Roger and Sharaz Khan and
yes,
all these young people was hands in hand together with him marching and protesting to get rid of the partnership government. I ain't seen no union people in that march today.
True.
And then Roger Judas calling on the population to support the Labor Day march coming up just now. I hope this population open their eyes and make sure and send a good signal to Roger and don't support anything this man is involved with, because this man sell out the last bit of heritage this country has, which was petrotrain, that people could have looked forward for the future of the children, getting a little job in the oil industry and things. This man sell that out. And held hand with the same man that he sell out that with. And now he calling on this population to support them on the Labor Day march. That Labor Day march should be like the first Labor Day march it had, where they burn Charlie King in Faizabad Junction. And that shouldn't be Charlie King, that should be Roger. Sad to say it, but that is how it has to be in this country.
Thank you, my friend.
Have a good night and enjoy the rest of the evening.
Thank you. Now, viewers, feel free to call in. This is your program. Let your voice be heard. This is your platform. This is your country. You, the individuals, the citizen, the visiting citizen. This is what we need. We need people to stand. And I was saying last night, somebody have to stand. Somebody who the government can't walk over. Somebody who the government can't buy out. Somebody who would stand for the rights of the citizen of Trinidad and Tobago. Somebody who would make themselves a pillar. Caller, good night.
Saeed, good night.
Go right ahead, my dear.
This is what you call Trinidad became a bridge over troubled waters. This is what Mr. Eric Williams had foreseen 50-something years ago. And the best yet is still to come, Saeed. Right? It's still to come. These union people, number one, is a total failure in this country. Beside the government abusing the citizens, bold-facedly abusing us. We can't get our tax returns.
True.
We can't get what we're supposed to get. On top of that, the union men selling out the workers, selling out the workers and the companies, sending them home with nothing.
Yes.
Owing them. TSTT is one. The union, the head of the union, sell out the workers. They never got their money. You hear? from the company that is cable and wireless. And that's just what Roger come and do with Petrotrin workers. So everybody had to go home with one hand in front and one behind and survive how they could. Get rid of all of them, PNM and UNC. We have to get a new party in this country, once and for all, to run this country genuinely. Thank you.
Thank you, my dear. Now, let me tell you something, viewers. When you have a union, and this is my opinion, This is my opinion. If you are the head of a union, and the citizens are paying their dues, the leader of the union supposed to stand with the citizen. Whether you're on solid ground or you are in a sinking ship. This is just my view. And no matter what comes your way, you stand for the citizen, because it's because of the citizen you are there in that position. Like I said, that is just my view. Caller, good night.
Hi, good night, Saeed.
Go right ahead.
I listened to the news a little while ago, and I see the finance minister saying that the number is 620 million to sustain the Venezuelan Trinidad is not, he don't see that as correct or accurate. What I want to know is, if it is we have to accept help from outside, we have to have the taxes, audits, and all that thing right. We're supposed to have all that. So he don't want to help. You know why you want to help? Because you very well damn know it have money in the treasury. They know that.
Viewers, I was just about to go to that story.
If
But
they have to accept help from outside, they have to do the audit, and the help from outside have to see that we don't have the money to help the people in the country. But they have the money. They're lying all the time. That's why he want to help.
Thank you, my dear. But I have something for you just now. We will get to that discussion. Citizens have to understand. You have to understand the power that you possess. You have to understand that nobody or no one in power can tell you you are worth nothing. You have to understand, without your vote, a party cannot rule. You have to understand that the power you possess, not only on voting day, but throughout the year, you have to understand who you are. You see, the thing is, I understand who I am. That is why I could come here every night and bring reality facts to you, the people. Because you understand who you are. And if you unite as a nation, if you unite as a people without race and religion, you could change anything. Caller, good night. Next call, next call. You have to understand that. The only way you just understand the power you possess is when time to vote. Is when time to put your finger in that ink. That's the only time you just understand the power you have. Those people that gathered there today for that protest, they understand who they are. They understand that, hey, we need a change. Our children is suffering. Food is becoming expensive. We cannot get health, proper health care. The disability, the grants and them are being cut. Schools are not properly up to date and functioning well. Bullying in school, nobody wants to fix these things. So they understand that, hey, if we do not stand up as a citizen in one accord, nothing will be done. Caller, good night.
Hello, good night, Saeed. Good program as usual, and God bless you and Real Talk.
Thank you.
Without you, the citizens, look at what's happening. Without you, the citizens, nobody would have heard how they feel. and what is going on in their country, what is going on in our life in this country of ours, this beautiful country, because of these filthy, dirty politicians have it like where it is today. Now, this 600 million that they're talking about, that's a thief. Because to be a politician in this country, you have to be a crook, a scamp, and a thief, a liar. So that is the thief, and they're only using that to say that is for Venezuela, and not 1 cent will go to them. They are to struggle up the same way like every citizen in this country. But that is for the thief and making you believe they will use it for Venezuelans. Anyway, brother, your program is the #1 program in talk show in this country. God bless you, and God bless you for giving the citizens this platform for their voices to be heard, brother. Thank you. God bless.
Thank you, my friend. Now, viewers, switching from this a little bit, you would like this. Finance Minister and now acting Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago, Colin Imbert, distanced himself from all claims made by Central Bank Governor Alvin Hillary, who said yesterday that it could not cost Trinidad and Tobago $620 million to host Venezuelan in Trinidad. Listen to this. Colin Imbert said, and I quote, "I have absolutely no idea how the central bank arrived with this number. I don't know how the figures were calculated. I don't know the base of the figure, and I find that figures surprising. And we at the Ministry of Finance don't agree with Mr. Alvin." Viewers, take a look at this video.
I have absolutely no idea how the central bank arrived at that number. I don't know how the figure was calculated. I don't know the basis for the figure, and I find the figure surprising, and we at the Ministry of Finance, we don't agree.
That was the Minister of Finance, Mr. Colin Imbert, and now acting Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago. You have a call? Caller, good night.
Good night.
Go right ahead, my friend.
You know, things for Trinidadians to protest and behave bad outside there. You know they wouldn't do, but all they like to do is sit down and talk a lot of crap. The people, the flood victim get the money. Nobody gets up and go outside there and protest. A man gets some more money to pressure wash a stadium. Nothing doing. You're talking about spending money on the Venezuelan. Why all they don't go outside and protest? But all they sit down and just run all your mouth. That's why in both say he can raise gas once, nobody protests. He can raise gas twice, nobody protests. And the third time he can kick you in here and nobody protests. Thank you.
Thank you, my friend. I understand what you're saying. This is what Colin Imbert is saying to the people. So if the central bank governor could come up with this figure, since Mr. Colin Imbert don't agree with Mr. Alvin, he's the minister in the Ministry of Finance. And I would like to ask him how much it is going to cost the country then. Since you are the Minister of Finance, you should have a fair idea. You should have a fair idea. Because if the central bank is coming out with this statistics, you should have a fair idea being the minister in the Ministry of Finance. Come out and tell the people. Because the people would like to know how much it is costing the government. How much money are we actually spending on this? Because I would like to know. I would like to know, switching from that, viewers, Acting Minister of National Security, Fitzgerald Hind, gave a list of documents that the Venezuelans need to work with on the day of registration, which will begin on Friday, the 31st of May at 7 a.m. Take a look at this video.
Of course, they must bring along certain essential documents. They must have the completed registration form, whether done online or online at the venue. They are free to do it at the venue as well. They must have their national passport, their cedula of each family member in Trinidad and Tobago, which is a particular number given by the Venezuelan authorities to all of its citizens from the information we have, their birth certificates, marriage certificates, proof of address in Trinidad and Tobago, 2 passport-sized photographs, and other documents that might be deemed necessary by those who are interviewing them in these processes during the 2-week window of which I had earlier spoken. The registration officers may request additional documents at the time of registration in each particular case. The registration takes place from 7 a.m. on each of the days, and it finishes at 5 p.m.
That was our Acting Minister of National Security, Fitzgerald Hind. Caller, good night. Now, viewers, I am going to open the phone lines from 7:45 on a topic and a discussion I would like you to have. And feel free to call in 237-3135. Our topic will be Justice of Appeal Judith Jones suggested that police officers and prison officers should pay for police brutality and beatings of individuals when they go on an exercise. At 7:45, I'm going to open the phone line for that discussion. What I want to hear from you is, should the officers pay instead of individuals suing the state? It's just a yes or a no. From 7:45, I will open that platform. Now, viewers, you have to understand that if we, the citizens, do not stand up for our rights, we will be walked on. We will be walked on like we don't exist. I want to thank Mr. Faik Mohammed publicly and the Shogunal Borough Corporation for cleaning my drain. So to the Borough Corporation and the workers who were there today, I want to thank the councillor for the input also, Mr. Faik Mohammed. Thank you, my friend. But I would like to ask you to do something about the road. This is what I would like you to do. Because it is deteriorating. And I would like you to talk to the mayor, Mr. Budan, to go to whoever he have to get material to fix the road in Tahadil Street in Pierre Road. Because I am going down in potholes while driving in Tahadil Street. And it is becoming a problem because I have to spend money to align, to buy tires that will burst, to buy shocks, because when you go down in a pothole, it will damage your shock. And it is becoming a problem to me. So please, Mr. Faik, the councillor, I thank you for the crew that you sent to clean the drain. I do appreciate that, because not long from now we will be in the rainy season. But the road needs fixing. So I suggest that you, since you're the acting mayor, go to Mr. Budan, put him sit down in a meeting, and let him know that Saieed Ali is complaining about the road. Caller, good night.
Good night, Mr. Said.
Go right ahead.
Yeah, something confusing me. Just column input.
Mm-hmm.
He told the president of this giant oil company, she's not an Indian. But he coming out to correct Dr. Hillier, the man who qualified in accountancy. And he's not he's an Indian. He's not that line. But he is a real man. Thank you.
Thank you, my friend. For those of you who are wondering how many Venezuelans do we have in Trinidad and Tobago? Listen to what our acting Prime Minister, Mr. Colin Imbud, had to say.
I just wanted to put on the record some official statistics. There is a lot of information in the system which may not be accurate in terms of the number of Venezuelan nationals in Trinidad and Tobago. For the period 2016 to 2019, so this is the full year of 2016, 2017, 2018, and the first 5 months of 2019, the total number of Venezuelan citizens who arrived in Trinidad and Tobago through legal ports of entry and overstayed is 9,080. I would like you to pay particular attention to the fact that whereas in 2017 there were 2,466 Venezuelan citizens who overstayed, in 2018 there were 4,278. In 2019 so far, there have only been 502 Venezuelan citizens recorded as having overstayed the legal period of time that they are allowed to stay in Trinidad and Tobago. With respect to persons who are registered with the UNHCR in Trinidad and Tobago, the total from 2016 to 2019 is 12,257. And prior to 2016, the numbers who registered with the UNHCR as persons seeking asylum was less than 26. In 2016 it was 26, 2017 1,099, 2018 7,062, 2019 so far 4,070. With respect to persons of Venezuelan citizenship who are here legally, 1,672 work permits have been issued by the Ministry of National Security. 631 Venezuelan nationals have been granted permanent residence, and 1,481 Venezuelan nationals have been granted citizenship. And these are absolute numbers. So that approximately 3,800 Venezuelans are here in Trinidad and Tobago legally. 12,257 have registered with the UNHCR as asylum seekers, and 9,080 have overstayed their time between 2016 and 2019. So those are official numbers, as opposed to some of the figures outside there.
Now, viewers, according to column Imbert, that figure is individuals who have registered for some reasons. No. No. How many Venezuelans do you think we have in Trinidad present? Take a look at Mr. Stuart Young.
I'm laughing because it's impossible for me to tell you where 93 Venezuelans are at this point in time. There were 93 picked up yesterday. I assume they've dispersed wherever it is throughout Trinidad. So no, I can't tell you where the 93 Venezuelans who were picked up yesterday are.
Our minister, acting prime minister, gave us a figure of those on black and white. Not too long we had our Minister of National Security, when 93 illegal immigrants were picked up. And his team is telling him that they don't know where they are. So my question is, how many Venezuelans do we have in Trinidad and Tobago when a couple days ago they found almost 100 illegal immigrants at Pal Seco in the forest? So how many thousands of illegal immigrants do we have in Trinidad and Tobago? Sometimes I just wonder if these advisory team to these individuals are up to date. Because I am up to date from my team. Everything that is taking place in Trinidad and Tobago, every rape, every kidnap, every murder, robberies, as long as it hit the media wave, I knows. So sometimes, Mr. Young, I should apply for the position of being your advisor. No, I'm telling you, I'm serious. I am telling you. Because if your team cannot tell you where they are, well, something is wrong with your team. I know you are presently out of Trinidad, but that is a clip I showed to just show the people what is taking place. Caller, good night.
Good night again, Mr. Said. Said,
Go right ahead.
I just ask myself, if it is Stuart Young, Rowley, Imbert, Alwari, Fitzgerald Hines, if these people have any kind of conscience and how them to sleep at night, to be looking at a population in their face and lying to the population, they either really do have a conscience or something has to be wrong with these people. And for this population to sit by and allow these people to lie for years and years at them and still go and vote for these people and put them back in office. And secondly, a curious notification that I have noticed, that when Rowley traveling to these predominantly white countries, he don't see nobody of African descent with him. Is Stuart Young or Alwari or Frankenkan. And I wonder when he land in these countries, who did us think is the Prime Minister? Have a good night.
Thank you, my friend. Now, viewers, it is 7:48. The phone lines are open, 237-3135. Do you think police officers and prison officers should pay for assaulting individual? Or do you think the state should continue paying when an individual brought up a lawsuit against TTPS officers for assaulting them or a prison officer for beating an inmate? You be the judge. Oh, Mr. David Adams. I want to know what is taking place because you haven't called me since Monday and you are actually falling back on the agreement we had. Contact me tomorrow. Call her good night.
Hello, Saeed.
Go right ahead.
So look, concentrating on the Venezuela. What about all the illegal Chinese and them within the country too?
Like I said yesterday, if the government want to spend $5 million to give the illegal Venezuelan passport, they should do the same thing across the board. I said that yesterday. Call her good night. Colin Members said that the government do not need international aid with Venezuela. So if the UN decides now to pump $100 million to the government, to the humanitarian groups, I wonder if our Prime Minister would say we do not need the money that he did with the flooding that occurred last year. Caller, good night.
Yes, Mr. Saeed.
Go right ahead.
Yes, I want to speak about this Venezuelan influx.
Go ahead.
At the end of the day, let me tell you something. At the end of the day, we're going to suffer because we in Trinidad, we had a standard.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And there's Venezuelans coming in and they're working at a lower standard. So when they get their registration, they go in and raise standard back to our standard, but we have a higher standard than that. You understand?
Yes.
So what that's going to make Trinidad, because we have a certain amount of money we work for, and they come in and working for lower, and then when they come in and get registered, they want to work for that same money.
Yes, yes.
So what about us? What about the Trinidad here? We want to work for the same money, but we're not getting any jobs.
Our jobs will be taken away.
Yes, it will. Thank you very much.
Thank you, my friend. I just received some videos that individuals would record and send to me. And let me tell you something. I am so disgusted with some of these videos because it is happening right here in Trinidad. Right here in Trinidad. The other day, not the other day, yesterday a guy sent me a video of some woman dancing in a bar. I showed my director. I was like, what? Watch me. I thought a bar turned into a motel. Serious. This guy heard about it, and he went in there, and he recorded it, and he sent it to me. It is too vulgar to be on television. Otherwise, you would have seen, you would have noticed what is taking place in Trinidad, in bars. And this is what I ask the Minister of National Security. If the police service have the authority to hold people because of suspicion, if they have the authority to go into your home because of suspicion, why the hell they are not going into motels and hotels throughout Trinidad to make sure it is safe and to make sure there's no illegal immigrants getting on wasi in those places? That's what I tell you. When the office watchman, because of suspicion, call a good night.
Good night, Said.
Go right ahead.
Said, it has thousands of Chinese play illegal playway. They pay $70 for Powerball and $36 to $1. Sanigani have over 25 of them in every little block and paying big rent, $4,000 and $5,000 rent, and only a playway put the thing. The government, why the government don't crack down on these people? Thank you very much.
Thank you, my friend. You want to fix crime. How do you start? How did I start? I came, I pushed my legislations, I pushed what I wanted. By the grace of God, Minister of National Security, Mr. Stuart Young, passed certain legislations. The Attorney General agreed to certain things and it was passed. Let me tell you something. I have ideas on how to stop certain things happening in Trinidad, you know. But hold on. Hold on. Oh, by the way, I am looking for 2 female secretaries for data entry. It is my new intelligence gathering information company that I am opening. I am looking for 2 secretaries. You must be qualified. And Mr. David Adams, please get in touch with me, sir. Please. When my security company launched, I will be writing, my lawyer will be writing a letter to the Minister of National Security and to the Commissioner of Police to allow my officers to make civilians arrests. This is something I intend to do because we have approximately 6,000 police officers in Trinidad and Tobago, and 6,000 officers cannot service 1.4 million people. I am not asking, I am telling. Yes, we have hotline numbers that you will call in and you will give them information. But when you have 2 police vehicles attached to 1 station or 1 police vehicle attached to 1 station, how can you fix crime? How can it fix? So this is why I have decided that when I launch my security company, I will write to the Minister of National Security and to the Commissioner of Police seeking permission for my officers to make civilian arrests because it will help the police. It will help crime. It will help an area to be secure. If I am talking foolishness, you tell me. You tell me. I am one of those individuals who come forward to try and fix Trinidad and Tobago as best as possible. Because I was born and bred right here in Trinidad. And I am standing up right here in Trinidad. Who vex loss? Who don't like it? When 7 o'clock reach, change to our next station. Because this is what I intend to do. Fix TNT. And I am sure the Commissioner of Police and the Minister of National Security, I am sure that they will approve what I am going to ask them. Because the betterment is not just for myself, but for the individuals of Trinidad and Tobago. Oh, I would like to say happy birthday to Antonio Phillips. There's a guy in Synergy that we call New Boy. Today's his son's birthday, and I am from Real Talk Studios to Antonio Phillips. Happy birthday to you, my friend. Viewers, we are almost out of time for tonight. Tomorrow is a holiday, Thursday, Indian arrival. We will not be going live, but join me on Friday at 7 p.m. for Fire Friday on Synergy TV with Real Talk. Viewers, be safe. Enjoy your holiday. Don't drink too much. Don't get arrested by the officers. And please stay out of jail. So as a reminder before I go, David Adams, please get in touch with me. I am looking for 2 data entry clerk, female, to do data entry for my new intelligence company that I am opening. Viewers, be safe. Enjoy your night.